Today I'm installing a Bedslide Model S on a 2013 Ram 2500 with a 6.5 foot bed. The first thing I did was clean up the bed of the truck before I got started, knowing that it would be difficult to clean after the frame was installed. The deck of the Bedslide is made of a very lightweight composite material. Kind of has the appearance of cardboard. I would say each piece of the deck weighed less than 10 pounds. The first step of the install is to mount the deck boards to the actual frame. It took about 2 weeks for delivery from the manufacturer. Apparently they build the unit to your specifications after you order it. These are the elevator bolts that mount the deck boards down to the frame. It takes a little bit of moving around to line the bolts up with the frame holes underneath. The next step after that is to mount the front frame rail to the deck. All that's really required for this installation is a couple of Allen wrenches, I believe a 7/16 socket, and a 1/2 inch open-end wrench. I also used a 1/2 inch drill bit to drill the holes for the riv nuts inside the bed of the truck. To take an Allen wrench to take the end cap off of the aluminum track rail to get the D-rings. The unit actually came with 6 D-rings. I think I ordered a pack of 4 more. I had 2 on the front rail and 4 on each of the side rails. Then once the unit's in the truck, I just mounted the grab handle. Then it's about positioning the unit in the back of the truck to make sure the tailgate clears it. The directions call for it to be about 1.5 inches from the bulkhead of the truck. And then of course you want it centered from side to side. Once you have the holes marked and of the frame, you go ahead and pull the slide out so you can drill the holes and set the riv nuts. I used a 3/8 inch drill bit to mark the holes and then came back after I moved the frame with a 1/2 inch drill bit to finish it off. As you can see, this bracket didn't sit flush on one of the elevated impressions in the bed, so I went ahead and used the oblong holes towards the back. This is the installation of the riv nuts. They supply this riv nut tool that you put in the bolt. Then you have to hold the riv nut with a 1/2 inch open-end wrench and use a socket to tighten down the bolt. It collapses the riv nut underneath the bed of the truck, kind of like a wall anchor, secures it pretty tightly. It was really difficult to turn the socket at first, but once it starts collapsing, you can feel it moving until it snugs up against the bottom of the bed, and you just back the rib nut out, the bolt and the rib nut. At this point, you can move the frame into position, use the lock washer and the fender washer, and mount the frame to the floor of the bed of the truck. After that, it's putting the slide back into the truck, making sure everything clears the tailgate and the bulkhead. It was actually a pretty easy install. And that's it. I'd say you could install it in about an hour or two. Thanks for watching.